Hello, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on the time zone of where you're listening from, where you're watching me from. How are you doing today? It has been a cozy afternoon in Nigeria, so that's why I'm, wearing everything because it's actually very cold here. So you're welcome to my live on Facebook, like you're welcome. And today I'll be talking to you about land banking, the billionaires code. Land banking, the billionaires code. Yes, we're going to be decoding. We're going to be decoding Femi Otedola, Dangote, even in fact Kanye West. Yes, the American rapper. We're going to be decoding their words today. There are different ways to make money. There are different code to wealth, but today we'll be decoding wealth through land banking. So I remain your real estate broker and consultant. I am Noella. Yes, I'm your host today. So and I hope you're going to get virtue, you're going to get value from what I'll be teaching you today. So before I move forward, let's talk about land banking. What is land banking? What is land banking? Land banking is buying landed property in a prospective, undeveloped location or community. Let me repeat that. Land banking is the buying of landed property in an undeveloped prospective location, relying on population and other factors to enforce development. Let me repeat that again. Land banking is the buying of landed property in a prospective, undeveloped area, relying on growth, population, and other factors for development. Or we can also say land banking is buying an undeveloped community, environment, or location or area before it develops. Land banking is buying undeveloped area, community, that's a prospective one before it develops. Yes, you heard me when I was giving my definition. I made emphasis on prospective. There are lots of undeveloped areas in Nigeria, in Lagos State, that are not prospective. I hope you know that. Yes, that's why you actually need a real estate broker like us and a consultant like us to actually walk you through when you're going through land banking. So when you want to make wealth out of land banking, you need to be very, very, very vigilant to know. You need to be informed. Half information is worse than ignorance. Hope you know. So you need to be informed. You need to know what you want, the step you're trying to take. So we're talking about land banking investments. So people will say, why land banking investment? Why land banking? But I tell you today, if you look at most people that are rich today, look at the Femi Otedola, look at Dangote, look at so many other rich people in Nigeria today, you can never mention one millionaire or one billionaire. Sorry, you can never make mention of any billionaire without them being involved in land banking. You can't. For instance, we're going to be decoding, what's it called? Dangote and Femi Otedola, and it's intentional. I'm using this because this is our own people. This Femi Otedola is one of the richest men in Africa. Dangote is the richest black man in Africa. Yeah, so we're going to be decoding them. So how do I mean decoding them? I'm talking about land banking. You have realized that we'll see that Dangote, when he was going to do his refinery, he went to buy Ibejuleki. Naturally speaking, why would somebody with that kind of a person go to Ibejuleki? Of course, Dangote has the capacity to start his refinery in Lekki, in Aja, on the mainland, anywhere he wants to do. But why did he have to go to that bush? Why? Because people, most of them, we're taking people to, when we're talking to people about land bank, they're like, what am I coming to do in a bush? What am I coming to do in a bush? The place you're staying right now, the house you're living right now, the location you are right now was actually a bush a few years ago. In 2000, in the 90s, in early 2000, where was Lekki? Where was Banana Island? Where was Surulere? All these Marokosan field. That's what we call them in those days. But right now, they're not Lekki. We now have Lekki Phase 1, Lekki Phase 2, and all that. But what happened? What happened to those people who bought Lekki in those years? What happened to those people who bought Morocco in those years? What is happening now to them? They are now billionaires. Imagine a man bought a plot of land in Nikon for about 12 million naira, and he's selling the plot of land for, after some years, he's selling for 220 million naira. I remember I have a father, he was a billionaire. In, I think, early 2000, he bought Eleko. I think they were selling Eleko there for like 50,000 naira. And he bought over 100 acres. Yes, he bought over 100 acres. And right now, he's just sitting down in his, his retirement plan. He's already old, he's in his 80s. He sits in his house, he flips his nails like this. He watches TV. When he's sleeping, he's making money while he's sleeping. There is no billionaire without land banking. There is no billionaire without land banking. And when we're talking about land banking, we're talking about you seeing the future. That is vision. Like I would going to define what's it called, land banking as vision, and I'm going to define it in the way that in this way, vision is insight based. Vision is insight based on foresight. The vision is based on insight. I'm trying to mix it up. Vision is insight based on foresight with benefits on hindsight. Vision is insight based on foresight with benefit of hindsight. What do I mean with all these stories I'm talking about, with all this grammar that I've put down now? Because in my heart of heart now, I've spoken big grammar. Vision is insight, based on foresight and hindsight, with benefit on hindsight. It means vision is seeing the future of what you're seeing right now. Like when we're talking about the future of when I'm telling you about Ire, when I'm talking about Akela Scott, Ekpe, when I'm talking about Yada Scott, Magboro, when I'm talking about Ire in Mowe Town, I'm talking about the future. The future. With what we are seeing right now, with the way everything is at the moment, being benefit of the hindsight, what has happened in the past. Your father has failed you. Let's say, I know a lot of rich people listening to me right now. There are some people who inherited mass of land in Lekki, Ikoyi, and the likes of it. Imagine you're listening to me right now, and your father does not have. Your father has missed the opportunity of owning a house in Ikoyi. Your father missed an opportunity of owning a house in Lekki. Your father missed an opportunity of owning a house in Okbebi, or Regun, or Jota, Ogudu. And what's it called? Aja, Lekki, VGC. If your father have missed those periods, are you supposed to miss? Yes, you watching me right now. Are you supposed to miss this one now? Do you know if you miss this one now, your generation are going to be missing a whole lot of things? Okay, let's study by this man. Let me go back to my review, because we're talking about decoding the billionaires through land banking. Let's take Dangote for an example. Dangote wanted to start a refinery, and he went to Ibejuleki. When he got to Ibejuleki, he got massive acres of land. And right now, Ibejuleki has the highest concentration of dollars at the moment. Why did he go to Ibejuleki? Are you aware that billionaires buy bushes? Yes, they buy forests. Because they know that by the time they get to that place, they are bringing development. Are you listening to me now? Billionaires don't buy what? They don't buy city. They buy forest, like you call it. And if they buy forest, they know that when they buy that forest will become something, will be massive. And what kind of, that's what I'm talking about when I talked about prospective, what's it called? I talked about prospective land, undeveloped land. Why did Dangote go to Ibejuleki? One, he realized that there are lots of massive government infrastructure. Government has a lot of projects going on in Ibejuleki. He has checked out. He has known that, okay, the government is going to be having what's it called, the Fort Milan Bridge. The government is going to be having the Lekki trade free zone, the free trade zone. He knows the government is going to be having the free trade zone. He knows that the government is going to be having the Fort Milan Bridge. and he knows that Ibejuleki is going to be the airport is also going to be there. So he went there to secure massive lands. Few months ago, I even had some about, I don't know if it's a rumor, but I'm not really sure about this. But I heard that Dangote is actually looking for about extra 50 acres of land that he will be able to use to build his staff's quarters. Do you know, with all the massive land that Dangote has, do you know it's a real estate investment? I know you are thinking of refinery. Let's even come, let's even go, let's flip the coin. What if tomorrow the refinery is no more visible? What happens to the land? Is it really going to lose out? No. He has lands already. And I'm very sure that he bought those land at a very, very ridiculous price. In the next few years, let's say, okay, refinery is no more working, or he's no more selling refinery, or something is happening, at least he can still turn those lands he got. He can turn the land into an estate, and he can start selling his land bit by bit. I hope I'm talking to somebody, and I hope somebody is getting value. He can cut it out and be selling bit by bit. Dangote chose Ibejuleki. Femi Otedola came to Ekpe. Imagine, Dangote did what? Chose Ibejuleki. Femi Otedola chose Ekpe. Are you aware that Femi Otedola has massive acres of land in Ekpe? He named one Otedola's estate. There's another one he's using for College of Education. We are telling you about Akila's Court. You are sitting down there. Tomorrow you'll be saying, Otedola lórí méjì gingingin. I beg, I beg, Ọlọ́run pick up the call. You'll be singing, Dangote lórí méjì. Making wealth has actually the thing that wealth in itself wealth in itself is not significant. But the idea and the ability to make wealth is what makes you wealthy. Maybe I should repeat that again. Wealth in itself is nothing. Wealth in itself is nothing. You look at people who are wealthy. It's nothing. You want to be wealthy is nothing. But the idea to actually make wealth is the most powerful thing you could ever have. And that's why I'm coming to you today to decode, what's it called? Otedola and Dangote. I don't want to go too far. If Otedola has massive acres of land in Ekpe, Dangote has massive acres of land in Ibejuleki, what are you waiting for? Are you aware that in the next few weeks, the next few years rather, Ibejuleki and Ekpe will be the next Lekki? Are you aware? Ikoya and VGC. Are you aware? Do you even know that there are no more lands in Ekpe at the moment? A few years ago, they were selling a plot of land in Lekki, in Ibejuleki, for as low as 200,000, 300,000 naira. Like I told you earlier, somebody got a plot of land a plot of land in Eleko in early 2000 for as low as 50,000 naira. And right now, to get a land with freehold, with good title documents in Ibejuleki, you should be looking at 7 to 8 million naira. What happened when you were selling the lands for 200,000 naira, 50,000? Where were you? Don't sleep on this. And how do you even know a prospective land? Before I go to the next one, how do you know that a land is prospective? I have an illustration here that I will be sharing with you. And I'm going to be drawing it out like this. The center of the city. This is what I have here. Here, I wrote center of the city. Any property you want to buy, anywhere you want to buy. Now, how do you know that a land has prospect? If this center that I wrote here, the center of the city, I wrote there, center of the city, is going to be in the opposite direction. This is center of the city. Anywhere you have that is about 30 to 45 minute drive to the center of the city is a prospective land. Should I repeat myself again? How do you know a prospective land? Anywhere that you have 35 to 45 minute drive to the center of the city, even if it is outskirts of the city, even if it's within the city, anywhere you have Anywhere you have, what's it called? You can drive you can drive 35 to 45 minute distance within this. But even if it's outskirts of the city or within the city, is the next major city. And that's why today people say, some people like, land banking, and they took me to a place that is a bush. Let me break it down to you. Wherever you are staying right now, wherever you are right now, let's say from wherever you are living today, let's say from your bus stop, let's say right now, my office is in Ikeja. From the bus stop, Ikeja bus stop there, whatever, at least I'm still going to drive about, I think about 5 to 7 minutes to my office itself. If I'm going to drive 7 minutes to get to where I'm sitting down right now, meaning that when this place was a bush, if I have brought somebody to come and do land banking, the person will have been complaining. Hey, you're bringing me to a bush. You're bringing me to a bush. Do you know that where you are today was once a bush? The city you are today was once a bush. If people did not stand up to develop the place today, you won't be here. And technology eliminates villages. Technology eliminates villages, meaning that there's no village. In as much there is light, okay, what makes a village a village? Well, what makes a village a village? Do you know that abroad, like USA, Canada, they also have villages? But you're not really aware that they have villages. We don't even know that they have, we don't even know they have villages, because in that village they have what's it called? They have light, they have road, they have so many technologies at the moment. So you don't know a village. Mean that technology actually eliminates villages. So if I'm in Ikeja right now in Olukoleosho streets, mean that about 15 years ago, 10 years ago, someone would have brought me here. I'll have to people like, this place is too far. It's inside. In as much as you're going to take bike to your house from the bus stop of your house, or you're going to drive at 3-5 minutes to your house, mean that imagine that place you're now staying about 10 years ago, how would that place look like? Every city was once a bush. So when I brought you Ire, if you want to build a house right now, like you are looking for a place where you can build to plan for your retirement, in the live video I did yesterday, I talked about 3 inevitable hours in every man's life. 3 inevitable hours. We have the retrench, we have the resign, and we have the resignation. By the time you resign, by the time you are retrenched, by the time you retire, the three hours, one of them must actually happen to you at one point of your life or the other. Do you have any retirement plan for yourself? So but right now, let's say you are retired, you want a place you want to build to park in, where you have property for you, which is Ire. If you want a place for land banking, maybe you're not ready to build right now, you just want to invest your money in it. Like you just want to have a land. Maybe as time goes on, you're going to fence it, you're going to build it or do something or one or two things on it, or you want to sell for future purposes. We also have Aquila's Court. We have Jada's Court. I remember when we started selling Aquila's Court 2021. We sold Aquila's Court for as low as 700,000 naira. Right now, as I'm talking to you, Aquila's Court is sold for 2 million naira for land banking. All you're going to see in Aquila's Court is just bushes, no building on it. Yes. If you're interested in, and Aquila's Court is just about, is few minutes away from Metodola Housing Estate. Aquila's Court is few minutes away from Augustine University. If you are interested in Aquila's Court, we'll be giving you a 10% discount. If you're listening to this live right now and you want to invest into Aquila's Court, you want to eat, you've decoded one of the billionaires and what's it called, wealth through land bank, like I told you, Otedola and Dangote, they are heavily invested in land banking. If you're interested, let me know. My DM is as slippery as what's it called, as okra. You can come into my DM. So I'm going to show you another video now. Of Kanye West. Yes, of Kanye West. We all know Kanye West, the rapper, the Kim Kardashian husband. He's a role model to many people. Yeah. So I'm going to show you a video of Kanye West right now. You will see what he bought. Kanye West has several, what's it called? He has several lands. There was a particular land he bought 4,500. That's 4,500 acres of land. Imagine, just one person. So see this video.
300 acres?
Okay, it's still loading. He bought 300 acres. What can you see here? This is the definition of on the mountain,
what you gonna do?
in the valley. All you can see here is just plain. Nothing, nothing. No one is living here. No one is even here at the moment. No one.
All this is yours? Yeah. 300 acres? Yes, sir. And what you gonna do with it?
Can you see the video? He said all is yours. Is the guy beside him is asking, is this all yours? He owns 300 acres. 300 acres. Why did he come to buy these acres? Why did he come here to buy land? Did you ask yourself, like, why on earth will Kanye West go into a bush and buy a bush? What is practicing here is called land banking. Land what? Land banking. It's actually showing you what land banking is. I don't know why the network here is actually bad.
300 acres? Yes, sir. And what you gonna do with it? I'm gonna build 5 properties, so it's my first community. I'm getting into development. I'm super anybody.
Anyways, what I just wanted to see is this. Imagine I'm taking you for an inspection and you are seeing something like this. Will you be interested to buy the land? Will you be interested to buy the land? But he is a man who has seen the vision based on insights, based on information. He has seen it and is buying. He bought this 300 acres, meaning that he is the governor of this estate. Like, it's in his name. And many Christians, they are fond of speaking in tongues. Many Christians can pray for 3 hours. Many people can even quote the scripture. The earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. And even if the earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof, a slice of that earth, you don't have it. And you are speaking in tongues. I'm not here to even talk about that to you today. What I'm just trying to tell you now is that imagine Kanye West. He has 300 acres. This is just one of his estates. There was another one where he has 4,500 acres. 4,500, and all you're going to see on the land is just plain grasses. Nothing, meaning that he is buying the future. Are you going to fuel your future? Are you going to fuel your children from giving them the future that they deserve from you? Let's even assume that your father did not give you land, your mother did not give you land. Won't you give your children? Your parent has failed you, yes. Are you going to fail your children? So Dangote picked Ibejuleki. Dangote picked Ibejuleki. What's his name? Otedola picked Ekpe. Are you going to join Dangote to pick Ibejuleki, or you will join Femi Otedola to pick Ekpe? If you're interested in any one of these, let me know. My inbox is right here. If Kanye West could buy ordinary plain, like 300 acres of this.
300 acres?
Like, I'm thrilled.
And what you gonna do with it?
All you can see in this video is just mountains.
5 properties, so it's my first community.
Mountains. What are you buying? What are you buying? As a mother, what are you buying for your children? So right now, I'm introducing to you Akila's Courts in Ekpe, behind, will I say behind or beside Otedola's estate. I'm introducing, what's it called, Yada's Court to you. I'm also introducing Ire. Ire has about 350 acres at the moment, and about 220 acres are gone between June and July. Yes, between June and July, 220 acres are gone. Which one are you going to be buying? And you would have any proper, my name, I think I've been able to decode, what's it called, the billionaires habit to you through land banking. Whereas they go to a prospective area, they buy property, they invest in real estate in a prospective undeveloped area, waiting for, what's it called, for development. You don't wait to buy land. You're supposed to buy land and wait. In the next few years, are you going to be regretting buying Ekpe, Ibejuleki, Mowe, Ifo? Or you will be happy you bought them? We have several, whatever your real estate investment goal is, I'm actually here to help you out. My name I am Noella, your real estate broker and consultant. I'm in the business of helping Nigerians in Nigeria, Nigerians in diaspora, buy, sell, lease, develop, manage, maintain, develop real estate investment. We also have a subsidiary of our company which also deals with landlord cash flow. Landlord cash flow has to do with landlords. Or are you an intending landlord or you're a landlord? You're tired of tenant brouhaha, because research have proven that 85% of tenants in Nigeria, especially Lagos states, both mainland and island, always find it difficult to pay their to renew their rent after the expiration of their first initial payment. After their first rent is always a problem for them to pay subsequent payment. So we're actually here to help you. We have a subsidiary that helps you to recover your rental income while you as a landlord sleep in your house. And I hope I've been able to dish out value to you. Let me do a little recap. I talked about Dangote. Dangote is a billionaire. Billionaires don't buy, they really don't buy cities. They buy bushes, and they also buy in bulk. If you're interested in having a mini estate in our estate, a mini estate has to do with about 1 acre in our estate. Meaning that you can have your name on the street. We can help you out in getting that. And we have several estates for you. Do you have properties you want to sell? We're actually here to help you sell your property while you sleep at home. Do you have a property you want to buy? Reach out to us. We can actually help you buy the property. Whatever your real estate investment goal is, we also have another arm of our real estate arm, which also deals with short-let apartments. We help people invest in short-let apartments. We have a unit of our investment is 5 million naira. 2 units. We have the gold, we have the platinum, we have the silver, which begins 5 million, 10 million, 15 million naira. You invest, and we help you invest your money into short-let, where you get 20% of your investment every year. We don't do 50%. We don't want to overpromise you. We don't want to give you what we cannot fulfill. And to reduce the mitigation risk is actually a land, because we have several estates. So till I come your way next time, I hope I've been able to dish out value. We've talked about what's it called, Dangote, who bought bulk of land. Even at the moment, he has a shelter he's building at the moment for his expertise of 9,000 units of two-story buildings. 9,000 units. Imagine, that's huge. This is the right time to invest in Bejuleke. This is the right time to invest in Ekpe. If you're interested in investing in Ekpe, just slide into my DM. If you're interested in investing in Ire is selling fast. Ire is a place you want to be. Do you want a residential plot in Ire? Do you want a commercial plot in Ire? Our 300 square meters is sold for 3.5 million naira from now to the end of this month. Our 600 square meters is sold for 7 million naira from now to the end of this month. And our commercial plot is going for 14 million naira. We also have a flexible payment plan for you. But you're interested, let me know. So like, come away next time again. I am Noella. Stay blessed. I love you. Bye.